Hi, artist, maker, crafter, creatives. Do you want to craft a creatively fulfilling, community building, financially stable art business with your fellow creatives by your side? Then listen up because I have designed something just for you and I'm about to tell you everything that you want and need to know all about it. Hello and welcome to Brand Your Passion, the show that helps you turn the thing you love the most into the thing people know and love you for. If you're an artist or maker who is ready to get more eyes on your work, more engagement in your audience, and more creativity in your life, then you're in the right place. I'm your host, Holly Arnett, the brand strategist and coach for creatives, and it's time to brand your passion. Over the last 4 months, I have been talking to creatives just like you to learn all about them, their business, and their brands to understand what it is that you need and how I can help you to make that happen. And alongside, all of the branding things that I was expecting to hear and that I was, thought that I would hear about like what you wanted to learn about branding and what you were struggling with about branding and all of those things, and that I thought I could help you with branding. Some of the things that I also heard were that I want to grow and challenge myself. I want to be surrounded by other creatives with similar values. I want to start to be brave and take some courageous steps again. I want to turn my hobby into something more than what it is. I want to collaborate with other creatives. I want to find a community and build relationships. And I want to feel less stressed, among other things. Now, I have always said that branding is about 3 things. Clarity, number 1, which is how clear and distinct your brand is to you and your audience so that it is easy for your audience to understand why you are a must-have brand. Number 2 is creativity, how unique and wow-worthy your brand is so that you capture and hold your audience's attention. And number 3, consistency, how much you repeat those previous 2 so that you stick in your audience's mind and keep them coming back. But there is one thing missing: community. Because as artists working on our own to build our brands, we need community. It is a non-negotiable. Our fellow creatives are the ones who cheer us on, cheer us up, challenge us, champion us, collaborate with us, celebrate with us, calm us down, commiserate with us, comfort us, confide in us, and carve out new paths with us. Whether it's like one bestie or a crowd of 100 pals who have our back, knowing that you're not alone is the secret key to branding your passion. And it sounds like, from what I heard from all of you, that might be what you're looking for too. So after all of this research, and you might be able to guess where I'm going with this, I have been working on something that brings everything that I've just been talking about together. So if you're ready, I am super excited to tell you all about and introduce to you the Brand Your Passion Collective. This is where creatives turn the thing we love the most into the thing people know and love us for together. The Brand Your Passion Collective is a membership for artists and makers who want to craft a creatively fulfilling, community building, financially stable art business with your fellow creatives by your side. So now I've told you what it is and why, community is important, and the fact that, it was something that you all told me that you wanted alongside all of this branding knowledge. Let me tell you a bit about the inspiration and the journey, and then the details and what's coming up and how you can get involved. So basically, let me take you back to 4 months ago. I think maybe at this point it's even longer than 4 months. So in June of this year, 2024, I went to the US for ConvertKit, now known as KIT's Craft and Commerce Conference. While I was at the conference, I had a bunch of really, really great conversations, but I had a few really amazing conversations with my friend Becky, who is an amazing community and membership expert, but she's just a general great friend and a great person to have these kind of conversations with anyway. And I was talking to her about how I just really want to make something that helps you all in the best way possible, because if you don't know, or you haven't been here for a while and haven't listened to me talk about my vision and my passion, what my vision is to make the world a more creative place, one brand at a time. And that's because I believe wholeheartedly, and every time I talk about it, my like whole body, I feel like, fills up with this like warmth and this passion, because I care so much and I believe so much in the power of creativity. I believe that creativity has such an impact in the world, on our own personal lives as creatives. It impacts us being able to create. Like, I feel like I'm not breathing and living and being myself when I'm not creative. So it impacts us as creatives to create. It impacts the people who buy our work and engage with our work when we create. It helps them to not feel alone. It helps them to feel understood, to feel heard. It helps people to start conversations. It helps us to like impact massive change through art. It helps so many things through creativity. There are communities that are brought together. There are movements that are started. Like, so much has happened through creativity. And I believe that through branding, you can impact your business and you can create a successful business, which means that you can create more, right? And that's my vision, that's my passion. And so when I was talking to Becky, I was like, how can I do that more? I just want to do that more, and I want to do that more effectively. And so one of her expertise is like helping people to talk to their audience, and to get insight into what their audience really needs. And so she walked me through that process a little bit after the conference. And so that's what I started doing. Is I did a survey with a bunch of you. So thank you if you answered the survey. So I asked you a lot of questions about this podcast. And then I got on calls with a bunch more of you. And I asked you questions about your business and your brand and what you find difficult about branding and what you find difficult about your business and what questions you have, and like all of these things to really understand like what is going on. What can I help you with? What do you want to know more about? If you had magic wands, like what would you magic into the world that would help you? And without like explicitly asking those questions, like what can I make for you? As I mentioned those things above, it was like, I want to be surrounded by other creatives. I want to collaborate with creatives. I want to find a community. I want to be brave and take some courageous steps again. I want to feel less stressed. I want to grow and challenge myself. And these were obviously alongside a lot of things around branding, like how do I communicate who I am, and how do I like decide what platforms to be on finally. And how do I turn what I think I know about who I am into something visual that I feel really proud of and I don't change for the 100 millionth time. And how do I know what I don't know when I think I know things about branding, but then I see someone else doing something that I didn't know that I could do or I should be doing. So there were all these things that I learned that a bunch of creatives wanted and needed. And a lot of it was about branding, yes, but also about community, and about being in a community with other creatives who are all working towards similar things and have similar values, and want to cheer each other on. And so this was the inspiration for the collective. Was like, okay, well, why don't I make that? Why don't I make a collective where we all come together in a space for creatives, artists, makers, crafters who are all working on building their passion, who want this creatively fulfilling, community building, financially stable, yes, art business, but they want to do it with their fellow creatives by their side and build this community around this podcast, because you're all listening to this podcast and you all want to learn, and I want to keep teaching you and supporting you and giving you the tools to make that happen through these mediums, through the episodes, through like guests, through my insights, through all of that stuff, but also through bringing you all together. So that's the inspiration. Let me tell you what you are going to get inside the collective, because it is super exciting. So number one, basically there are like three main parts to the collective, and then some little bonuses as well. So number one is connect. This is all about the community. So as we mentioned, community is the core. You're going to have a community forum to connect with creatives, continue the conversation on all of the podcast episodes, and get support on your creative business. So you are never going to be alone when it comes to your creative business ever again. You will have a home on the internet to connect with other artists, other makers, other people who are working on building their creative business. And you can come and chat and ask questions, get feedback, and come and share resources, share thoughts, ask questions, all of that good stuff. Meet new people to collaborate with, meet people who can cheer you on, who can help you out. All of that is the key part of the collective. Number two is learn. So there is going to be a core curriculum as part of the collective that will give you a foundation to be working on if you want to, move your brand forward throughout your time in the membership. My completely revamped signature brand strategy course, Map Your Brand Magic, is going to help you to take your brand from to adored by crafting a custom brand strategy in 90 days that will bring in raving fans turned customers for your creative business. When this launches, I'm going to be teaching this live this time only. So if you join this time, you will get to join me every time. For each module, I will be teaching it live, and then after that, it will just be uploaded, and everyone who joins after that will be able to watch the replays. But if you want to join live, you want to ask questions, all of that stuff, then you want to join this time around so that you'll get to be part of this live teaching and get it for the first time and be able to be involved in the live lessons. So that is the teaching part of it, is to be able to set up your brand strategy, get that clarity from the beginning, figure out how do I take my brand from being kind of like, I don't know what it's all about, nobody else kind of knows what it's all about or why it's so special, into this really adored, must-have creative business that I and my audience are like in love and obsessed with my brand. So that is what we will do, is create a brand strategy in 90 days that will result in a brand strategy and a visual direction for your brand. And then we will also have Evolve. So this is where you will get feedback on your brand. So you will get personalized reviews from me on your brand messaging and design so that you can get expert feedback and move your brand forward with confidence. So you will know, like, okay, I have clarity on what I'm trying to communicate about my brand to my audience, and I know, like, this is what I do. This is who I am. This is why you need to follow me and engage with me and buy my stuff. And Holly has approved it. Holly has this kick-ass formula and framework for brand messaging, and I'm going to review it for you, your messaging, and same with your design, so that you can know, like, yeah, I have legit expert level brand strategy and brand design that is going to stand out, show off my brand in the best way possible. and that you can like confidently move forward with your brand in that way. So those are the like 3 main things, but the exciting bonus parts of the community also are that you are going to get access to submit questions for every Brand Your Passion episode, including dedicated Q&A episodes. So say, for example, I'm teaching an episode about brand values. I'm going to post that in the community. I'm going to say, hey, next week we're talking about brand values. What question do you have about brand values? And then on the episode, I will answer only questions from the membership. Only members will get to ask questions, and then I will answer them live on the podcast. And then also I will do regular Q&A only episodes, so you can ask me anything about any topic, and I will answer that on the podcast, and only members get to ask those questions. So that's number 1, is those member exclusive like questions that will be answered on the episodes. And then also I am going to be doing a private podcast that members only get access to, called Branding Holly's Passions, where I will be sharing exactly how I am branding my businesses, the decisions that I'm making, and how I am feeling, so that you can see exactly how someone else is doing their branding, and what goes into all of that, and the decisions and the thoughts and the feelings and all of that good stuff, so you can see all of that. Plus, there are many more things to come. I am a gal who is never short of ideas. So there are lots of good things cooking in my brain. And I already cannot wait to bring you more things in the future. So get excited for that. But those are the main things. Just think, connect, learn, evolve, and get access to those bonus podcasty goodies as well. So if you're excited about that, then you want to come and join. And let me tell you about why you want to join the waitlist, okay? So there is a waitlist right now available. You can go to bit.ly/BYPC. I have to remember the initials. So that's bit.ly/BYPC, Brand Your Passion Collective. And if you join the waitlist, you will get early access to the collective. So the doors are going to open on November the 20th, but they're going to open 2 days early for people on the waitlist. And you are going to get founding member status. So you are going to be a founding member. You are going to get a badge, the In Circle, which is our platform of choice. So you are going to be like, hello, you are a founding member, one and only founding member. You're going to get an area within Circle only for founding members, where you can hang out and chat with the founding members. You are going to get an invitation to a VIP Clarify Your Passion messaging workshop, so that we can finally help you communicate all of the things about your brand magic to the world. You can finally figure out, like, who am I? What am I communicating? How do I share that with the world? So you'll get an invite to that workshop, and you'll get to get in and start meeting other creatives and branding your passion before everybody else gets in there 2 days later. So you get to hang out with me and everybody else before it opens up to all the rest of the world. So if you want to join that waitlist, then you're going to get to the link bit.ly/BYPC. It will also be in the show notes. Everybody else, the door will open on November the 20th. You will still get 48 hours to join with the founding members price. And then after that, the price will be going up at the next launch. So please make sure that you join. I will tell you, the price is $9 a month. So what a bargain. I will say $9 a month, $90 a year. This is US dollars. But for $9 a month, I think that equates to around like $15 New Zealand. You get so much goodies. You get like signature course, a full community, feedback, personalized feedback from me. Like it costs so little compared to like working with me one-on-one to get access to this, and to get the community, the private podcast, the bonus podcast Q&As, and all the extra goodies that I'm planning. So I just like am so excited to get so many creatives in there. And like to me, it's just, I hope that we get so many of you in there just so that we can build this community and get so many of us connecting and meeting each other. And I hope that like in my mind, we're like going to create so many new besties and so many collaborations and so many people cheering each other on. And I'm just envisaging people, you know, sharing their new prints in there and getting feedback, or like updating their website and sharing it and getting cheered on, and then sharing like, oh, I just created like a sign up form for my email list, and people sharing their feedback and celebrating them, and like all of these things that we can cheer each other on for and celebrate each other for, and also, you know, keep working on our brands together. It's just going to be so good. I am so excited. I cannot wait for you all to join me in there. So please let me know if you have any questions about the Brand Your Passion Collective. You can email me anytime. You can DM me on Instagram anytime. You can thread message me anytime, or like not message because you can't message on threads, but you can thread me anytime. Yeah, you come find me, you ask me your questions, and yeah, make sure you join that waitlist at bit.ly/BYPC, and that will get you all the more information that you need to know and any of those founding member goodies that you want to get. So that's all the information that you need to know. That's all the information hopefully you want to know. But if you do want to know anything else, if there's any questions that you have, please don't hesitate to reach out. And I cannot wait to welcome you in on November the 18th if you are on the waitlist, and November 20th if you are not, if you're everybody else. One bonus thing to note is that if you are in Wellington, New Zealand, then I am hosting a live in-person event on November the 20th to celebrate the launch. We are doing a live podcast recording. So we have 2 currently, and maybe are getting a 3rd speaker to do a panel speaking event, a panel discussion on marketing for makers. And we're also doing a pop-up headshot day, like a pop-up headshot session at the event, so you can get free headshots. We're going to have giveaways. It's another great opportunity to come and meet some more creatives. So I will leave a link to that in the description too, so you can get your free ticket. The event is free. There'll be food there, there'll be drinks there. It's going to be great. So come hang out. Come listen to the amazing speakers. We have Steer Illustrations, aka Emma Smith, and Pepper Raccoon currently coming to talk about marketing for makers. And yeah, come and get your free headshots and meet some new amazing creatives. If you cannot make it because you're not in Wellington, then you do not have to miss out. You can go to the other link that I'll leave in the description to ask a question. So if you want to ask either Emma or Pepper or I a question about marketing for makers or about them and their businesses, then you can submit a question, and that will enter you into the draw to win a year's membership into the Brand Your Passion Collective. And it will also enter you into the draw to win a bunch of other amazing prizes that we'll have on the night. And obviously your question will be hopefully asked on the night as well and included in the podcast. So please go and submit a question, grab your ticket if you want to come live in person in Wellington to the launch event and the live podcast recording, and obviously join the waitlist. And that will be everything. That's it. I'm super excited, and I will talk to you next week, and I'll see you in the collective soon. Okay, that's it for me. Bye. Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Brand Your Passion. If you enjoyed this one, it would mean the world to me if you could share it on social media and make sure to tag me at Maker and Moxie so that I can see and share it too. It really does help to get the show out there, which means that we can all work towards that Maker and Moxie vision of making the world a more creative place, one brand at a time. Thanks so much in advance, and I will talk to you in the next one. Until then, keep creating.